It's the Pits!
Good to laugh. Is it this one? Yep. Do I use this? Ladies and gentlemen, as the band leaves the field, we welcome you to the continuation of our homecoming festivities. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Karen Cedar, the Grand Marshal of this year's homecoming. Mrs. Cedar is the Grand Marshal. For many years, Mrs. Cedar taught at St.Clair High School and has a huge impact on her students. And they can all agree that she is extremely deserving of this title. Mrs. Cedar's quirky teaching methods and her care and compassion for her students made her a favorite among the teachers. She not only focused on her students' grades and test scores, but also their personal lives and well-being. So congratulations to Karen Cedar, a woman who has devoted her life to her students and this community, genuinely changed lives, and embraced teaching with a passion. We'd like to introduce the foreign exchange students. Please welcome Josefina Gonzalez. She is a sophomore here at St.Clair High School. Her home country is Chile, and her host mother is Jessica Schock. Currently, she plays volleyball and would like to join the basketball team, student council, and theater at the high school. She likes to listen to music and read. She plans on studying medicine in the United States or Canada. Josefina Gonzalez. Let's have a hand for our next foreign exchange student, Mariana Costa from Brazil. Her host mother and father are Bridget and Don Harwood. She plays on the tennis team at St.Clair High School. She is also an active member of student council. She likes to listen to music and swim in her free time. Next, we have the female freshman court representative, Jay Langmesser. Her mother and father are Jody and Dan Creesh. In 8th grade, she ran track, was in National Junior Honor Society, and was in middle school band. Her favorite things to do are photography and running. Her future plan as of right now is to attend Michigan State and train to be a nurse practitioner. Next, we have the male freshman court representative, William Smith. He is the son of Amy and Jason Smith. He was involved in National Junior Honor Society and is currently an active member of the student council at the high school. He would like to attend Wayne State University after his high school graduation. Let's give a round of applause for our female sophomore homecoming representative, Elliot Tracy. Her proud parents are Mother Lori Tracy and Father David Tracy. She is involved with student council and plays on the girls' varsity soccer team. One of her favorite things to do is hang out with her friends. Now welcome Joe Phillips, the male sophomore homecoming representative. His parents are Jennifer and Jack Phillips. He plays basketball, baseball, and football at the high school, and he enjoys going out boating. Please welcome our female junior representative, Sarah Beadle. Joining her is her mother, Yvonne Beadle, and Troy Jett. She is involved in student council, percussion band, and girls soccer. Sarah has volunteered in a community band and STAG, a local library group. Sarah wants to become a therapist, and she hopes to achieve this at Notre Dame University. I am pleased to announce to our junior male representative, Ransom Krolchek, who is accompanied by Melissa and Chris Kolchek. In the past 2 years, Ransom has been involved in many school activities such as theater, band, and student council leadership team. Aside from his school involvements, Ransom enjoys acting, playing drums, and listening to music. When he graduates, Ransom plans on going to college to major in arts or teaching history. Next, we are proud to announce our Homecoming Queen nominees. First, let's welcome Jessica Bohm, accompanied by her mother, Carrie Bohm, and her father, Jeff Bohm. Jessica has played varsity volleyball, basketball, and softball for the last 2 years. Jessica's favorite things to do are watching New Girl, hanging out with her friends, and jet skiing. Her plans for college are to attend SC4 for 2 years and then to transfer to another university. Next is Mackenzie Buslip. She is joined tonight with her mother, Mary Buslip, and her father, Rich Buslip. Mackenzie is the yearbook editor, plays varsity volleyball, and is a member of the National Honor Society. Her time out of school is devoted to travel volleyball and coaching volleyball. Mackenzie's favorite activities are going out on the river to jet ski and watching Gossip Girl. Mackenzie's future plans are to major in English at Grand Valley State University. Our next nominee is Melissa Malinowski. Melissa is accompanied by her mother, Liz Ann Martin, and her father, James Malinowski. She is a student council executive, a drum major for the Marching Saints, and involved with National Honor Society. Her favorite things to do are listen to music and hang out with her friends and her 2 dogs. Melissa would like to study at a 4-year university in forensic pathology. Our final nominee is Emma Washburn. Emma is accompanied by her mother, Kristen Washburn, and her father, John Washburn. She plays on the girls' varsity soccer team and was a part of the student council for the last 2 years. Outside of school, she plays travel soccer, and her favorite things to do are hang out with her friends and play with animals. She plans on attending the University of Northern Michigan in the Upper Peninsula. Next, we have our Homecoming King nominees. Our first nominee is Logan Dubé, with his parents, Kim and Ken Dubé. Last year, he was an exchange student in Brazil, and this year he plays varsity football. His favorite things to do include long walks on the beach, eating, and poetry. Logan's future plans are studying civil engineering. Our next nominee is Hunter Hill. accompanied by Joyce and Mark Hill. In his school years, Hunter has been involved in varsity wrestling and is now the captain of the team. Outside of school, Hunter helps coach youth soccer and babysits. His favorite things to do are be with his friends and family, watch movies, and listen to good music. Hunter's future plans are to go to SC4 and then transfer to a four-year university. Next is Scott Humes, accompanied by Shelley and Scott Humes. Throughout school, he has been involved in National Honor Society and in Student Council. He also plays varsity soccer and is on the lacrosse team. He also claims himself to be the student section hype man. He likes to make movies and videos. He would also like to do this for a living. His future plans are to live the American dream. Our last nominee is Sam Picklehop. He is with his parents, Julie and Brad Picklehop. He plays varsity football and soccer. He also plays on the lacrosse team. He likes to eat, play lacrosse, and listen to music in his free time. His plans for college are to go to college and play lacrosse. Please give them all a big round of applause. Now it's time to announce the winners of the Homecoming King and Queen. The Homecoming King for 2017 and 2018 school year is Hunter Hill.
Michigan plays at 7:30. Michigan State plays like at 3:30. On ABC, Michigan State. At 7:30 also. Probably fouls on ABC.
Congratulations, Hunter. The Homecoming Queen for the 2017-2018 school year is Jessica Bohm. Congratulations, Hunter and Jessica.
So, I got my start in officiating when a friend told me I should try it. At first I just did basketball, and I got hooked. Before long, I added baseball, softball, football, and volleyball. I really enjoy giving back to the game, working with kids, and working with my local association to recruit and train new officials. I would like to say to anybody that officiating is a great way to help kids and stay connected to the game. We always need new officials. There's help wanted, just listen.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. John Carter along with Coach Denny White. And an offensive explosion, Coach, in that first half. The Patriots lead 43-28.
Well, it certainly was exciting, and if you're into offense, which I'm not, obviously, you were really happy at the end of this. These guys are moving up and down the field. I don't know if we're going to have enough room on the scoreboard for this.
Don't know if we go to triple digits
No.
up there. So put your defensive coach hat on. What does St. Clair do to try to slow down the Patriots' attack?
Well, I think one of the options is to go to man-to-man in the defensive backfield, and you have to make sure whomever you start out with, you end up with. I think they're getting good penetration from the line. There's so many options that Cousino presents that it's very difficult to cover them all, and I'm only concerned that one mistake they seem to capitalize on every time.
All right, number 85, Adam Martellero gets ready to kick off. Deep kickoff. Drives Jansen back to about the 10. Ian Jansen up the right sideline, still going. All the way out to about the 46-yard line, tiptoeing along the sideline, and he stayed in bounds.
What a nice return. I thought he was going to go out of bounds, and I think the defender thought he was going to go out of bounds. And he
Nice
cut back
start for
inside.
St. Clair. Saints only punted once, so offensively did very well. Hurt by a couple turnovers that led to a Patriot score. But now they have a chance here, start the second half, to put some more points on the board. Augusta is under center. Dean Turner is the only back. Augusta steps and gets about one. Good play by number 34 again.
From
Maybe-
a linebacker perspective, they were coming that time.
Yep. And it looked like he might have just brushed one of his own players, kind of threw the timing of the play off just a bit. Second down, 9. Number 7, Austin Swieger, goes back in with Augusta. Saints have the ball on their own 46. Augusta takes the snap. Quick throw out to Swieger. He's got some room. And all the way down to the 47 of Cousino. And it'll be, let's see, third down in about a yard and a half, maybe 2. Saints have to reach the 45-yard line for a first down. Ball's marked just at the 47, so 2 yards. Saints have really distributed the ball very nicely. A number of people have caught the ball. That was a little procedure penalty on the Saints. That makes a big difference having 3rd and 2 versus 3rd and 7, Coach.
Yeah, that's not something you ever want to have happen, but particularly with 3rd and short, because now it changes your play options dramatically.
And the Saints really don't want to give the ball back to Cousino here in the start of the third quarter.
No, like you had mentioned, that the best defense is when the St. Clair has the ball.
Augusta throws it away as he was under pressure. Number 3, that was Robert Davis Jr., brought the pressure, and that time Cowan had really no choice but to get rid of the ball. And that's going to force St. Clair to punt.
Not
Or
what they
maybe not.
wanted to do.
I take that back. Looks like St. Clair, yes, they are. But it's going to be, is that Jansen deep?
Mhm.
This could be something interesting. Davidson goes in motion left. Ian takes a snap. And he does punt.
Nice punt.
Strong punt by Ian Jansen. And down to about the 17 or 18-yard line. And it pins Warren Cousino back pretty far. Good start for the Saints defense.
No, I think I don't want to I don't want to be the voice of doom, but I think this is a significant series right here. I think that we need to come up with a stop.
Coming out of second half.
3 and out, but it needs to be a stop.
Coming out of the second half here. Saints very much would like to get a stop. Mention again the game day officials. Referee is Michael Lay. Umpires Gibbon Gulish. Linesman Matt Lewis. Line judge Anthony Atwater. And the back judge is Cedric Dukes. Michael Chodaroff leads the Patriots onto the field. Asbury split well left. He's one-on-one with the Saints halfback out there, defensive back. Runyon, good hole there in the middle, and he gets about 5 yards. And that's almost a direct result of the very successful passing attack that Cousino ran all the first half.
Absolutely right. This, as we talked before, this offense puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and then when you stock it with skill and speed, it's really difficult to cover.
Chodaroff takes a snap again. Runyon, and he's got a first down, I believe, up to almost the 30-yard line. And pretty simple, straightforward zone blocking up front, and just utilizing the kind of the spread, the gaps in between the players.
Well, yes, that's what I just overheard next door to us, and the scouts for Cousino, that they like the gaps, the space between the linemen, because the wider you can get them, the wider you have to get the defense.
Another handoff to Runyon, and running hard, 4 or 5 yards again. That's a very efficient offensive play.
Absolutely, and you just get the feeling that what's happening next? What's next here? They run it and run it and run it, and when's the pass?
Well, they've certainly proven that they have the ability to strike.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see right here, single coverage on Asbury out here, and he's proven himself to be a very dangerous receiver. So got to worry about that. Here's run this time, burst.
Oops, too high.
Sidestep.
There you go.
One tackler, but overall that was well read by St.Clair, and good flow to the ball. And there was no place for Burst to go. That's really one of the few times we've actually stopped him. That'll make it 3rd and about 4, it looks like.
It was a very nice defensive play. They just ran to the ball and fought through the blockers.
And it looks to me like Cousino's actually taking a little more time here to start the third quarter, and they have a 15-point lead, and they want to use a little bit more clock perhaps than they used in the first half. Everybody spread out again, 3rd and 4. Chodaroff takes a snap and connects. Good throw, and it's just enough for a first down to number 11, Steve Nemo. And I don't know how many exactly. We don't have a stat person here, but I'd bet he's completed at least 20 passes tonight.
I would think so, yeah. He's very smooth.
52, Parker Griefor hustling to get off the field. Saints change their defense a little bit. Chodaroff looks to the coach for some last minute and maybe just a little bit too long. And it's going to be procedure against Cousino. And the coach next to us just said he can't reset. And he probably came up and down when that call was being made. And that was an easy call for the referee. All right, 1st and 15. These long yardage have presented no problem for Cousino so far this evening. Chodaroff kind of fakes the throw, gets it to Runyon, but that time the Saints get good penetration.
That's a nice job. It looked like it was a counter, and the Saints defense read it and stopped it.
I think Jared St. James was in on the play. 2nd and about 14. Maybe a gain of 1 on that play. Lots of movement here from Cousino. And you can see they're just spreading the Saints out a long way here. A little confusion on the Saints as who's they actually are guarding. Tredaroff fakes a short pass. It's going to go deep. And this time overthrows number 16, Burse. That'll make it 3rd down and 14.
Nice coverage that time by the Saints defensive back. I think it was Colin Pavlo.
Looking for a stop and go, and Saints didn't take the bait. That's number 9, Arthur Asbury here, flanked way wide left. He's one-on-one with Pavlo. Burse in motion across the field. Looks like Tredaroff was actually checking the play. Rolls to his right, and good defense. Oh.
Uh-oh.
And they're going to call that unnecessary roughness on the Saints. Oh, that was
There's another one.
Face mask. And I think there's going to be a personal foul added to it. Let's see here. Face mask against St.Clair. Hard to say. Did they call 2 face masks? I'm not. And then, yeah, then the unsportsmanlike, which is going to be a big one. Well, that's going to be enough for a 1st down, it looks like. That's unfortunate. Lost a little bit of control there, and I think the demonstration was what the referee saw it. That'll make it 1st and 10 on the Saints 43. And it's too bad because the Saints have stopped the play. And now Cousino essentially gets second life. Tredaroff in the middle. Asbury, that was really a good throw. The ball was on a line about 15 yards, and it hit Arthur Asbury in stride. And it wasn't like he was wide open. He was well covered. 1st down again for Cousino. They're down to the 19-yard line, it looks like. And driving again.
Quarterback.
We don't know what year he is, but certainly he's been very impressive. Runyon now. He's got some room. Good job by the Saints to close that down. Saints stopped that play for a gain of about 2. And we found out the year the quarterback is.
He's a sophomore.
And that's impressive. And we talked how usually you play all year, and now it's kind of coming to fruition for him after seeing this many games. But this is a kid you're going to watch and hear from, I think, the next couple of years. Runyon again, has room up the middle. And did he make it? Touchdown! Patriots. Well, one referee called it, but I think they're going to mark him out because he was on the sideline. So no touchdown. Ball on about the 2. Runyon this time does not get in, I don't believe. Stopped just short of the goal line. It looks to be about 6 inches away that time. That'll make it 2nd down and 1 to go. And you got to think they're going to run him once again. Ooh, hard hit. And they called the touchdown.
Wow.
Really hard for us to tell from this angle and this far away what happened there, but he was met in the backfield and
That
somehow
was a
fell
collision.
forward.
Absolutely.
He only had about 6 inches to get, but that was a hard hit by St. Clair, but couldn't stop Ryan Runyon from scoring, and that puts it at 49-28. And Adam Martellero is, again, kicking the extra point. And she kicks it to the Performing Arts Center, bouncing off the wall over there. That makes it 50. And despite the score, it just doesn't feel out of reach yet.
It does not, no. And it's not like St. Clair is really playing poorly. They've made a couple of mistakes that have been costly. The 30 yards in penalties at the last time were costly. But this is just a very difficult offense to defend when you have the skill that Cousino has, skill and speed.
And sometimes you have to credit them. Very impressive. This quarterback has thrown the ball as well as anybody we've seen this year.
Yes.
And both from a velocity standpoint as well as accuracy, and just being able to see the field. I mean, he's sending 5-6 receivers out, and being able to scan that field and pick out the right receiver to throw to, which he's done very consistently all this evening, is impressive.
Yes, absolutely, and you can tell he doesn't lock into one receiver. He surveys the field, and he's a sophomore.
All right, Martellero, again, kicking off. As we said, not wondering when his leg will fall off. Another short kick off the hands.
That's what he was after.
And that's going to be recovered.
Yep.
Now, you actually can't advance that, I don't believe. And they've been trying that all evening, and this time it worked. Yep. Now they are going to give him. I thought you couldn't advance him off.
That's a good question. Obviously you can, or if these people think you can. That's the perfect kick. That's what he's been trying to do all night.
And it took a hard bounce off the shoulder pads of one of the St. Clair Saints and right into the hands of Cousino.
And normally when you try to do that, it's a pooch punt, so it's up in the air. You just try to get somebody down there to out-jump him.
And it looks like we may have been correct.
Holy cow. Well, you've been right most of the night, so this can't be a surprise.
And what we're saying here is that believe the rule states that once a kick or a punt is muffed, it can't be advanced by the kicking team. They can recover it, and they get the ball at the point of the fumble, but they can't then proceed and advance that fumble.
Can't advance it, yep.
Runyon now, and this is a double reverse. Burst, nice tackle. Good job by
Austin Schweiger.
Austin Schweiger there at time. One-on-one tackle against a very quick running back. And that was, I mean, they're pulling out the Sandlot football plays here.
They're not saving them for anything.
Well, it's the last game of the season.
Yep.
Might as well use them, right?
Yep.
They don't improve. Well, that was a double reverse. Chardaroff handed it off to Runyon and then reverse to Burst coming back the other way. All right, Chardaroff fades back, left-handed passer. Right on the money again. That was a strike, number 18, Brendan Wolgast. They move the ball around, all the receivers. And from a receiver standpoint, if you know the quarterback is going to find you, you're going to run a good route, even though you may not be the main intended receiver.
Yep, absolutely, because he's good enough that he checks off and he looks at more than one receiver, so your job is to get open. You're not going to just jog if you're not the prime receiver.
Chardaroff, this time rushed by St. Clair. On the roll, though, he's got him. Asbury in the open, tackled by Davidson. Good escape that time by Michael Chardaroff, the sophomore quarterback from Cousino. Calm, I think would be the word to describe it. That was a very calm move there. Sidestepped the rusher and found Asbury wide open. And as you blitz, you're going to have people wide open. The idea is the blitz needs to get to the quarterback before he can find the open receivers.
I think if you were to watch the film of this game, you would be stunned to find out he's a sophomore.
Jardaroff, that's, I think, his first carry, and brings it down to about the 3-yard line. Not sure they want to do that very often. He's not a running back build, let's say.
This is not Colin Augusta's size we're talking about here.
Second down, they're marking it on the 4. All right, this is some kind of wildcat, and that's a large running back right there, and makes it in. Number 28, Darren Bishop, with a power run, and they are using every single play in their playbook.
They certainly, that's that's just loaded up and go forward.
And that makes it 56-28. Now Cousino is doubled up, and Saints have got to make something happen offensively, if nothing else, to keep Cousino off the field. All right, Martellero with his 732nd kick tonight. Blocked by St.Clair. Blocked by number 62, Logan DeBay, I think.
Yep.
And great job by
Nice job.
DeBay. And it does show. St. Clair's, despite last game of the season down 56-28, still playing hard, because that's an effort play to block a kick.
Definitely is.
Want to mention the St. Clair High School 2017 football chain gang. They've been here all season. Bob McLaren, Bob Courier, Jim Courier, Butch Kinsvater, and Scout Rouse out here tending to chains, first down markers, all game, every game for St. Clair football.
And I think for the first time in memory, they've made it basically unscathed weather-wise through the entire season.
Yes, we can't complain. This fall has been, from a football standpoint, football weather standpoint, we're normally shivering by now. And this is just wonderful. All right, Martellero. Another low, squibbing kick. It's out of bounds at about the 35. And let's see, this time I think the Saints will take it.
I think I'd take it. I think that he's demonstrated he's not going to change, and bad things can happen.
No good reason to give them another chance to try that. St. Clair will take the ball at their 35, first down. Number 10, Colin Pavlov, heads into the huddle here. Augusta brings the team to the line of scrimmage. Ben Davidson split right. Austin Schweiger in the slot. Pavlov in motion. Cross formation. Augusta fakes the pitch and gets about 2 out to the 36-37. Gottler comes in. And Schweiger replacing Pavlov, I should say. Davidson split right.
There is over here.
Wide open. Gottler off his hands. Running before he caught it that time. It happens. And Max knows it better than anybody.
Well-designed play, though. The two on this side went to the other side, and that left a gap over here, and he was in the right place. Nice pass.
Third down, 9 yards to go. Saints need really a drive here and get some momentum back on their side. Certainly proven their ability to score. Davidson
There.
on the sideline has it and pushed out by Asbury at about the 50.
Nice pass.
Very nice pass.
Under pressure.
Good timing. I know Ben and Colin have been playing together for a long time, and that timing of when to make the break and when to throw was never more evident than right there. That ball was thrown probably before Ben even completed his breakout. Saints to the 50, first down. Under 2 minutes, 30 seconds left, third quarter. Augusta takes a snap, fakes it to Turner, and quickly tackled almost right at the line of scrimmage. 51, Brandon Taylor makes the play. Saints get maybe a half yard there. Second down and 9.5. Davidson splits right. I believe that's Trevor Ziem, I should say, to the left. Down deep, wide open. Davidson knocked away at the last minute by Asbury. He had a step.
He did.
But good recovery by number 9, Arthur Asbury, and he's been also a very impressive player, doing just about everything tonight.
Ball was in the air, and he had a step or two, and the defender closed right at the end.
That makes it 3rd and 9 from the 50. Have to expect the Saints will use this as true down territory at this point.
Yeah, there's nothing to lose at this point in time.
Augusta under center. Fades back. Off the hands again, and that'll make it 4th down and 9. Another good pass, just off the hands of the St. Clair receiver. Pavlov comes in. Augusta goes back. Ian Jansen in. Saints will probably go to some sort of spread here, look to try to get the ball downfield. Need almost 10 yards for a first down. And probably this is one you'd say is a must make. Augusta. Screen, Jansen. And he cannot escape. Good defense that time by the Patriots. Ian got 5, but that was all. And it'll be first down for Cousino on the 45-yard line. Minute 26 left here, third quarter, and want to start naming the cheerleaders from the varsity cheerleaders on the sidelines. You got Joelle Beecham, Liliana Chappell, Alicia Philippus, Hannah Hayes, Isabel Q, Ariana McKnight, Jordan Planka, Avery Rausch, Chloe Schweihofer, Jacob Snyder, Erica Kameyer, Winifred Cruikshank, Amelia Hamel, Allie Q, Micaiah McCoy, Kylie Percha, Olivia Pirate, Alexis Schweihofer, Madison Salgett, Taryn Yaklin, and their coach is Casey Verbeek. Incomplete pass there on first down. That was number 2, Jack Loring. First down and 10 to go for the Patriots on their own 44. Asbury split left, running in the backfield with Michael Chideroff. And Chideroff got hammered again. I think he wants to hand that ball off.
Yeah, I think that, and I think they want him to hand it off. I think the coaching staff wants him to hand it off.
A lot of players rotating in and out. Number 50, Sean Jackson, replaces Mike Morawski. Sam Pickelhoff was in, comes out. We'll try to keep up with it, but there'll be a lot of substitutions here this last 13 minutes of play in the 2017 season. Trips left for the Patriots. 3rd and 11. Down the middle, just out of the reach of Wolgast, and boy, that was open. It just kind of led him too much, and not sure who was supposed to be there, but that was a wide open receiver, and that's probably the first one we've seen the young quarterback miss all evening.
Yeah, I think we need to make an adjustment or communicate better on in the defensive backfield. He was wide open in the middle. In the previous play, there was a young man wide open right here. Number 2 dropped the ball. So.
First punt for the Patriots this evening, and it's 36 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Quarterback Shaderoff is actually the punter as well. Nice catch. That was an athletic play because that was not an easy one. That was over his head, and he gets away a pretty nice punt that'll roll dead at about the 22. That had possibilities of hopping over his head towards the end zone, but he made the play, and Saints will start with a long field. 24 seconds left.
Yeah, that was a
Next, probably one of the few last plays here in the 3rd quarter. Saints trail 56-28. You're watching St. Clair football here on CTV Community Channel 6. John Carter along with Denny White. Final game of the 2017 season, homecoming here at St. Clair. Augusta rolls right, hands it off to Mon. Mon hit well out of bounds, and I think that's going to get a penalty. And that one was probably 2 yards into the white zone, and hard hit, and that's going to be unnecessary roughness, I think, on the Patriots, and it'll add 15 yards to the end of the run. And get us another play in the 3rd quarter. Big yardage mark off up to the 45 plus. And it'll be Saints 1st and 10 there. Davidson right. Jansen left. Augusta pitched it this time to Ruba. And good strong run. Number 21, Brendan Ruba, sophomore. He's had a couple of impressive games. Saints will be well stocked in the backfield next year with both Ruba and Mon coming back.
Absolutely. The cupboard is not bare. There's a lot to look forward to.
All right, that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Patriots lead the Saints 56-28. Let's have a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back in just a moment.
You're not just buying a car, you're part of the ever-growing family at St. Clair Chevrolet Buick GMC.
Fall means falling prices.
Take the fall color tour. Lease a Sierra or Silverado for just $149 a month.
Enjoy the drive and get a great deal on a Terrain or Equinox for $89 a month.
Take the scenic route and lease a Buick Encore for just $78 a month.
And always get top dollar for your trade.
Come join our family because we care in St. Clair.
All right, again, St. Clair band, Sarah Nernius here in the press box. St. Clair first down on, second down on the 49, second and about 4.5. Turner corralled very quickly after a gain of about 1. That'll make it 3rd and about 5. Levin Steve Nemo, and actually we've been calling a lot of the same names over and over again for the Patriots. There's a number of their players go both ways, and people like Asbury and Nemo and Walgast have been important contributors on both sides of the ball. Augusta. That's Brendan Ruba, number 21. He gets about 4 yards. He'll be just short of the first down.
Well, there's some difficult decisions for the Saints also, that you want to run the ball, but if you struggle running the ball, you put it in the air, A, it's a potential interception, but B, stop the clock if it's incomplete.
Fleury flanked left. 4th down. Augusta has some room. Count Augusta. Good gain, about 7 or 8 yards. First down plus. And Saints get another 4 downs. They're down to the 37 of Cousino. Augusta again under center. Rolls right, cuts it up, got some room. And down for about 4 or 5, 6 yards again. And there's a penalty flag on the play. Face mask. A lot of face masks tonight. Hard-hitting game, and face mask penalty on the Patriots. And I think because he lost his helmet, Cowan has to sit out one play.
For a play. Yep.
Garen Dudbrowski comes in, number 12. Junior backup quarterback. Well, maybe not. Perhaps because of the penalty.
Yep.
It negates the requirement. Saints got a little drive going here. Fleury left, Davidson right. Mount in the backfield along with Turner. Turner.
There.
All the way into the for the end zone for a touchdown. Number 21. I'm sorry, Brendan Ruba. Had the wrong 20. That was 21 Brendan Ruba. I think he shook off a face mask and burst into the end zone. And we saw Brendan Ruba 2 or 3 games ago where Ethan Mon was a little bit banged up, and Ruba really had an outstanding game.
He did well. He's not very big, but he's got a lot of speed. And there was a face mask. You were right. Again, you were right.
Saints call a timeout. I don't know how that works on a play that results in a touchdown. Does a penalty get enforced
on the kickoff?
On the kickoff? The Saints now will try. Looks like they're going to try for 2. That's probably the reason for the timeout. Make sure that everybody was on the same page. That makes it 56-34 right now, 22 points down. Augusta under center with Turner and Mon deep. Breaks left, heads up, and does he get in? No, he does not. Just short of the goal line on the 2-point conversion. And that makes the score remain at 56-34. Saints will be kicking off. They should have advantage on this. Let's mention the junior varsity cheerleaders for 2017. On the sideline this evening, Jordan Cruxon, Peyton Fry, Ella Gilbert, Desiree McKnight, Kara Myers, Riley Pilat, Jessica Diller, Lauren Ferguson, Isabella Iafredi, Annabelle Corris, Melanie Piat, and Cheyenne Riskus. The coach there for the JV cheerleaders is Holly Stone. So the Saints will kick off from the Patriots 45, and obviously down 22 points with 10 minutes left. It's got to be a onside kick possibility.
Yeah, they have to have an opportunity to get the ball back.
Ben Davidson will do the honors. Let's see how Cousino reacts to this. Normally you put your, quote, hands team up front, which means usually a lot of lower numbers as opposed to 75s and 76s.
And they've done that.
And you can see them bunched there up front. Davidson goes deep and into the end zone for a touchback. Warren Cousino will pick the ball up on the 20 after the kickoff. That went into the end zone, and that'll be 1st and 10. Long field for the Patriots as they start from their own 20. I don't see Charderoff off, so Ryan Runyon will take the snap directly. This has been a running play virtually every time they've done this. Burst got the ball, and he has lots of room.
Ooh, nice tackle. Nice tackle. And because we have new uniforms,
I think it's Jared St. James, but it's just at this time of night with the that far away, it's almost impossible to tell. Again, direct snap, Burst gives the ball to Runyon, and he'll get out very close to the first down, and it looks like they're going to mark him with enough forward progress to get a first down. Under 10 minutes. And Ryan Runyon, it's about 5 yards that time. Number 16, Chris Burst Jr. takes a snap, gives it to Runyon. Runyon met right there in the hole by the Saints. I'll just say a host of tacklers. It's just very difficult to tell who's making the tackle with the way the numbers are. But it was a good play by St. Clair. Makes it 2nd and 8. Arthur Asbury flag way right. Burst, little quarterback draw, and boy, nice move there. And taken down by number 21, Brendan Ruba. And Ruba's got the quickness to stay with him, but that kid Burst is fast feet.
He's quick. He's very quick.
Another first down for the Patriots. They're now on the Saints 41. You can see them slowing down a little bit. Want to use up more of the clock. Snap. Ryan Runyon, and he's got a big hole. Tripped up by number 7, Austin Schweiger. Well, for a lot of the Saints seniors, you mentioned there's a large number of them, 20 some odd seniors on this team. This is a bittersweet night. Last football game. And really had a great offensive showing, but Cousino's been too tough on their offensive side and have not been able, the Saints have simply not been able to stop them. It's another 15-yard gain, I think, that time by Burst. Gets it all the way down, right about the 10-yard line.
Outstanding, very efficient, wide open offense for Cousino.
Runyon, right up the middle. He gets about 2. I'm going to mark that at between 6 and 7. And it's goal to goal, so they have to score a touchdown. No first downs available. Fumble that time as the exchange was fumbled. New quarterback for the Patriots, number 14, Evan Gum. And as often happens with a new quarterback, the exchange wasn't clean, and the result was a play that was stopped pretty quickly by the Saints.
I would think at game speed, he doesn't get much of an opportunity to play based on the sophomore's ability.
All right, Chris Burse is back in as the quarterback. And really, he's a running back. He's just taking the direct snap. Burse to the left and vaults into the end zone for a touchdown. That makes it 62-34. And at this point, I think it's tough. A lot of the reserves are playing for St. Clair, and their holes are pretty wide open for the Patriots to go through. That's number 2. Jack Loring with a carry. And he was stopped, so no 2-point conversion for the Patriots. That keeps the score at 62-34. Have a moment here. Let's talk about the St. Clair Middle School cheerleaders who are on the sideline for this evening. Serena Akiavati, Maya Ellery, Erin Enderby, McKenna Goodman, Emma Jablinski, Julia Rausch, Jocelyn Sanger, Alyssa Steele, Olivia Vernier, Emma Wilson, Amira Bondurek, Emily Enderby, Megan Green, Alexandria Harmon, Ruby Neiman, Madison Rizeppa, Shaylee Sanger, Alyssa Van Buskirk, and Whitney Whitaker. Their coaches are Gail Ruba and Becky Vernier. Another kickoff for Cousino. And number 85, I think, is going to kick it left-footed because his right leg is atrophied from overuse.
I'd like to see him kick one now.
Just give it a ride,
how far he
right?
could kick it, yes.
Adam Martellero does kick it deep. Saints fake the handoff. Jansen. And another couple of flags. That's either an illegal block or another face mask.
I think you should think of it as an extra point. He kicks them harder.
Yes. Let's see what the call is. Illegal block by St. Clair, so they'll start another 10 yards deeper inside their own, or at their own 10 probably. Mentioned a lot of seniors on this team, and this is their last football game. Certainly wanted to go out better than they have, but for many of them, this will be the last time playing football, if not all, and always a tough thing.
Yeah, I think that it is, and I think, unfortunately, we as a people use how many did you win, how many did you lose as the only measuring stick, and that's not what it is.
Count Augusta, nice burst up the middle, all the way to the 20-yard line, That should be a first down. And you can't count Augusta's effort tonight. And really true of all the Saints.
Yep,
I think Cousino just played an exceptional game.
Yes, it's a very talented Cousino team. I'm
surprised they're 2-6.
I'm quite surprised, yeah.
That was a short handoff. Can't catch the number, unfortunately. Wish we could, but it's just too dark, and the numbers just aren't distinct enough for us to be able to tell you who had the ball that time. Augusta rolls right. In the middle. Caught. Nice spin move. And Ben Davidson, as he's done. Nope, take that back. That's number 12. Garrison Dombrowski with a nice catch and move. Junior.
And he's the backup quarterback. Nice catch. Nice
With
run.
good hands.
Yep.
16 to the side here, kind of flurry. Augusta follows his blockers right up the middle, got some room, and he gets about 9 yards. Fleury comes to the sideline to pick up the play from Coach Kevin Mon. Down under 5 minutes. The Patriots lead 62-34. Augusta brings the team up to the line of scrimmage. Second and about 2. Plays back to pass. Under pressure. And throws it away.
Good. Good decision.
Nowhere to go that time, and there's a lot of pressure coming up behind him. And I think Collins sensed it and got rid of it smartly. That's third down now and 2 to go. Well, looking forward to next year, we got a very good JV team coming up. Still got a number of players we mentioned. Obviously, Ethan Mon and Ruba will give us a very strong running attack. And it'll be just a matter of how those two teams kind of fit together and how the teams blend together. Mon gets about 7 or 8, enough for a first down.
Yes, and I think it's important to remember there's a new coach this year. There's a new offensive and defensive system, and it takes a while to make those adjustments.
Coach James Bishop's first year. Obviously a learning period, as you mentioned. And Coach Kevin Mon with the offense. Although last 2 games, offense has really put some points on the board. It's been a couple of mistakes that hurt him with some turnovers, but this has been mainly a defensive explosion. Augusta rolls right. In the middle, high, and just off the hands of Dombrowski, I think. That'll make it 2nd and 10. Saints at the 46-yard line of Cousino. Down under 4 minutes to play. Augusta has the call from the sideline. Brings the team up. Mon again, running hard to his left. Picks up 6 or 7 yards. And he'll be marked down at the 40. Make it 3rd and 3. players are starting to be, as we mentioned, substituted in and out, but want to mention the offensive line all season long working hard for this team, and they don't get much recognition. Logan Dubé at center, James Zamita at guard, John Steiner at tackle, Shane Penzine, and then Parker Griefor and Lance Schweihofer sharing the other tackle position. Max Gottler, Alex Stefankevich on tight ends. Coming back for the ball nicely. I think that was Dombrowski. And he makes the reception. Nice connection between him and Colin Augusta.
Very nice. He found the spot on there. Nice pass. Under pressure.
Three minutes, 2 seconds left. Saints driving. Down at the 20. Mount in the backfield. Over the middle. Nice catch. One-handed grab.
Dombrowski
again. New favorite receiver. And that wasn't easy. That was over the middle, one-handed with traffic.
In traffic, yes.
Nice play by Garrison Dombrowski.
Not bad for a quarterback.
No, well, they got to have good hands. You do see, though, a lot of quarterbacks who get switched to other positions, and they tend to be able to catch. Augusta. Good move up the middle. It's got some space.
Go.
And
There.
he's in for the touchdown. Count Augusta. I think that's his third rushing touchdown this evening. Nice way to cap a career anyways,
Absolutely.
right?
And you know, I think it's important to mention they could have quit because they're getting beat. And they could have quit and obviously did not.
And that does say a lot. Last down 20 some odd points and 2 minutes left and go all the way in.
Dead ball, personal foul.
Dead ball, personal foul.
62-40, and you're going to commit a personal foul.
That'll be walked off again on the kickoff. Augusta in the pistol. Takes a snap. Wide open in the flat.
Yeah.
I think that's Mon out there. Good pass, good catch.
There's another one.
Another flag.
Uh-oh.
And I think the referees are stepping in here to not lose control of this ball game. Can be some frustrations, and you don't want to see this get out of hand. So let's see how this gets marked off. I think it'll be essentially both penalties will cancel each other out. The Saints just kick off in the 45.
2 points ago.
Yeah, 2-point conversion is good, making it 62-42.
That's 104 points in a football game. I wouldn't have said that. I would have seen that coming here tonight.
That's usually a compliment for about 4 games.
That's right. That's right.
The offense has been very good tonight, no question about it. Saints have put up enough points here to win most football games. Just Cousino's come out, and Michael Chidaroff has just been outstanding all game long, and the Saints had no answer for him. Davidson, kick it off. Low line drive kick, picked up on the 45 and brought up field to the 45, I should say, picked up the 25. And number 55 gets his moment of glory. Richard Yako, lineman's dream, gets to carry the football. And with 2 minutes and 19 seconds left, Warren Cousino will have the ball on their own 45. Little confusion on the Patriot side here. You need a quarterback.
It would work better.
Number 14, Evan Gum, comes in, takes a snap, and oops. that was the turnaround and no one there. And Kenneth Westrick said thank you very much and got about a 10-yard sack right there.
I don't think that's how they drew it up offensively.
Well, never a good sign when your quarterback's the last person in the huddle.
Yes.
And that time it was backwards hoe. Ryan Runyon now back in the game. He'll be taking the snap. And waiting for I'm not sure what. Timeout for St.Clair. I'm not sure what happened there. We have enough players? Yeah. Short a player, so as we've mentioned a couple times tonight, especially this time in the fourth quarter, a lot of substitutes going in and out. And as you know as a coach, sometimes that communication breaks down at points.
It's very confusing.
Well, as always, Denny, enjoyed being here with you this fall. Had some great weather.
It's been a wonderful experience.
Look forward to coming back next year for St. Clair football. Hoping for a couple more wins. We'll miss Coach Fred Shaw to our left, retiring from the public address announcing after 37 years, we said, which is just amazing. Not going to be the same here at the stadium without Coach Shaw on the mic. All right, running in the backfield. Hand off to number 3 is Robert Davis Jr. And at about 5'5", he just scooted through there for about 30 yards.
I did. Oops. Holding.
Going to be called back, holding against the Patriots. And I'm sure they're in the same position St. Clair is with a lot of players that are in unfamiliar positions, getting a chance to play. A lot of mistakes. Down to a minute 25. It's not going to really matter. But it doesn't take away from the quality of the Patriots' offense that have been shown all through this year.
That's exciting. That is just
they're going to be something
explosion waiting to happen.
To deal with next year, no question about it. Let's see if we can not play them as our crossover next year.
Yes.
I don't know if we have a choice.
I don't think there is an option.
Another timeout for St. Clair. Coaches, I think there's a rule against having a timeout left if it's the last game of the season.
Yeah, last game of the season, you can't carry them over.
There's no holdovers.
Good.
Saints defense takes the field. Mentioned some of the offensive linemen. Also, what I mentioned, defensive lineman Luke Miller, Mike Morawski, Jared St. James, Joe Phillips, Logan Dubé, Lance Zweihofer, Ken Westrick. Defensive linebackers and linemen. Unsung heroes much of the year.
I think what?
Ball was picked by 20 points in the last minute of the game. And running and screaming down the sideline on it. That's disappointing. A lot of penalty flags. There's going to be a couple unsportsmanlike conducts, I would think.
I think we have a couple of ejections here.
Under a minute to play. Too bad this game has devolved into this. Unsportsmanlike against St. Clair. One player was ejected.
Well, before that play, what I was going to say is it appears as if St. Clair has an entirely senior defensive group out there.
Then the seniors play one more time together. And Cousino adopts victory formation under a minute to play. They'll take a snap here, take a kneel. That probably will be either the last play or next to last play. And that'll be it for the 2017 season. Saints will finish 2-7. Never positives on the offense, but just haven't been able to put together enough consistency on both offense and defense to bring enough victories home. That'll be it. That's the last play. And again, Denny, enjoyed our time together this year. Looking forward to next year.
Been very enjoyable.
And Saints will finish up 2017 at 2-7, losing their final game to the Patriots of Warren Cousino, 62-42. Again, John Carter along with Denny White, all the folks at Channel 6 Cable TV saying good night, and we'll see you again next year.